Today we ask, is Micheál Martin Ireland's SLAPHEAD Taoiseach? Well, I did a video yesterday there about Micheál Martin's visit to the Oval Office, to Washington, to the very epicentre of the American empire or state, whatever you want to call it, to visit President Trump and to hand over the bowl of shamrock and do what he always seems to do best, waffle and spoof and plumaz and talk absolute wallocks and say nothing. But he did say stuff, and it got me thinking, because what he said was so divorced from the world I live in, and maybe the world you live in. Even if you're in the UK, the world Keir Starmer seems to talk about is nothing to do with the world you live in either. So I'm sorry, we're all on the same page here, guys, and Canada too, and indeed many other places across the Western world. I'm talking to you Aussies too. We're all in this together, guys. We've all ended up in the same boat. That's the way it goes sometimes when everything starts crumbling. Anyway, it got me thinking, because he was talking about how wonderful, Ireland is doing, which it isn't, and how wonderful all this mass immigration is for Ireland, which it isn't, and how we have rules and robust, as he says, robust. I just prefer the bust part of it. It's bosoms. That's getting off the point here. Anyway, he was talking about we have robust, busty rules for immigration and who comes in. We don't. And we might have somewhere on paper in a dusty office or a filing cabinet or under somebody's desk, under somebody's mattress. But we certainly don't enforce them. This is essentially, come one, come all, open borders, whatever you're having yourself. We have people fetching up here from everywhere. We even have people, get this, and this is true, you can look this up if you don't believe me. We have people in the asylum system here in Ireland from America, from the US. We actually have people in the IPAS system here, living off the taxpayer and getting all the largesse that we can provide, and they're seeking asylum from America, from the US. I kid you not. They do exist, and for some reason, because we've all gone nuts over here. Well, not all of us. If you're watching this channel and you're subscribed, as you should be, well, then you haven't gone nuts, obviously. But the people who run this place, or purport to run this place, have completely gone nuts. So I've decided, based on the crazy, stupid and idiotic things that Micheál was spouting in the Oval Office, yes, I've decided I'm going to do a Benny Hill on him. Sometimes it gets to that point. It just gets where only Benny Hill will do. And I've decided to ask the question to you, you're great and good and intelligent people who are watching me. Is Micheál Martin Ireland's SLAPHEAD Taoiseach? Let's look at the evidence and see if this new term, this new affectionate nickname could properly fit our current Taoiseach, Micheál Martin. Let's go. Roll it there, Colette.
I asked you, could you live on 230 a week?
We all have the different...
Excuse me, yes or a no?
So with the outgoings we have in terms of children's fund, look, I have parents as well, and they would tell me a different story to what you have told me, okay, in terms of the pensions they're getting.
Well, do you mind me asking, excuse me, you still didn't answer my question.
Yep, for me, that's strike one. Hit it. Then there's this.
They want a change of government, and that involves Fine Gael out of government.
And that is our very clear position. That is our position. Fine Gael need to come out of government. They've been there too long. They haven't delivered on the key issues such as housing, health, and the impact of costs, in the cost of living on so many people.
And suddenly say, oh, by the way, we'll go into government with you at the top of a hat. That doesn't, I think, resonate with people. And then high presto overnight, you know what, we'll go into government with Fianna Fáil. That doesn't make sense to the public. That's the type of Jekyll and Hyde behaviour.
Yep, strike two, hit it. how about this?
Do we know what the situation is with the bike shed yet? The infamous bike shed, which has been obviously featuring in the news for the last couple of weeks. Do we know who signed off on that decision or what the situation was there exactly?
I don't, and I think that will come before the Public Accounts Committee and that will be examined.
But is that not just a matter of making a phone call and seeing whose name is on the purchase order?
No,
I mean, why isn't it though? I mean, that seems like a relatively straightforward thing to find out.
It's straightforward too, but I've no doubt it's important to go through properly. Okay?
All right.
Thank you very much. We're getting wet. All right.
Yes, 336,000 euros paid by our government for a bike shed. Run, Forest, run. You can run, Taoiseach, but you can't hide. Hit it. Or how about this little nugget from the arch-traitor-in-chief?
The Irish never were a homogenous group, and identity is never static.
You know what to do. Hit it. But our dear leader is not only a wordsmith, he's also a very physical man. Check this out. Slap. Just slap. But that notwithstanding, let's turn to yesterday's events on St. Patrick's Day in the Oval Office with the President of the United States, where our Commander-in-Chief, our SLAPHEAD, and it's not SLAPHEAD, where our Commander-in-Chief, our Taoiseach, Micheál Martin, gave great words with gravitas, with meaning, with truism to the world.
First of all, I would say Europe is still a very good place to live in. And our view is you have to have robust and fair rules around migration. And in Ireland, our population is growing, but in a very positive way. I think sometimes Europe gets characterised wrongly in terms of it being overrun or whatever like that. It's much more robust now. There's much more stronger mechanism in place to facilitate legal migration.
Robust? Really?
Now really let's see those chests come out. And fling and in. And fling and in. And fling.
But let's finish with the granddaddy of them all. Micheál Martin at his absolute best. The one you've been queuing for. The one you've been queuing round the corner of the street for. Yes, you know it. You've guessed it. Here it is. Roll it.
Let there be no doubt about where Ireland stands. We want nothing to do with a backward-looking idea of sovereignty.
Oh my days. Slap, slap, Benny Hill slap, everybody slap, everything slap. Just let it be a slap haven, let it be a slap fest. Slap, slap, slap. Now, let me say, I in no way want to foster or indeed embrace the idea of people slapping the heads of follically challenged men, bald men, or indeed follically challenged Taoiseach. What's that noise?